It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
All right. And in that order, we are back again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a fantastic holiday weekend. I hope that you took full advantage of it. And guess what, y'all? You're halfway done. You had a short work week. You were back in the palace on Wednesday morning corporate segment. Hopefully you got a nice cup of coffee and you are thriving. There is no reason for you to be thriving, honey. If you had a long, there's no reason for you not to be thriving. If you had a long extended weekend, you know what? You got to learn how to take advantage of it when you can and while you can. And with that being said, everybody, welcome to the palace. Welcome. This is what we do on Wednesday mornings. We talk all things corporate America. I love to see it. I love you here. This is a little bit different than our normal commentary of entertainment, gossip, reality TV, but we've been doing it for quite some time and we're going to continue to do it. So welcome to my corporate crowd. We are here. Listen, the best part of waking up, honey, is Folgers in your cup. So what we got in our cup, I know I'm sipping on a delicious cup of coffee, y'all, and I got this cute little coffee mug. Yes, I got the cutest little coffee mug. And one day I'm going to have to show y'all when I come on camera. I need to come on camera in the morning sometimes, and I will. Just not today. With that being said, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you woke your butt up on the right side of bed. And if not, it's not too late to get back in and try it again. Listen, if you are on your way to work and you're commuting, you're stuck in traffic, give your girl a holla if you hear me with the horn, honey. All right. Yes. Those are all my corporate people that are still in traffic. We wish nothing but a beautiful Wednesday for y'all. And if you are sitting at your desk, honey, listen, in your cubicle, we got you. Welcome. I know you can't say anything. We understand you can't really say anything, but drop something in the chat because we don't want nobody getting in trouble from your cubicle. Listen. With them nosy coworkers, because you know how it is. What are you listening to? Oh, corporate segment. We don't want to do that because today we're talking burnout, and you just may be burnt out. But before we get into it, we gotta check in and see how everybody's feeling. That's what we do. If this is your first time here, welcome. Listen, ain't no gossip here today. I'm just letting y'all know if you pulled up for the tea, ain't no tea, honey. This is all things corporate America on Wednesday mornings. This is all things health and well-being on Wednesday mornings. So ain't no tea if this is your first time here. All right. Delilah says that she's at work in the bushes at her desk. All right, Delilah. Yes, I love it. I absolutely love it when y'all pull up from the desk, when y'all pull up from the cubicles. All right, so we're going to check in. And what we do is when we check in on Wednesday mornings, we get the show started, y'all. We drop one word in the chat. Wait. Don't drop it yet. Let me explain to the newbies. What we do is we drop one word in the chat. We want you to be very mindful. How you feeling right now? That's what we want to know. How in the hell are you feeling right now? Or how are you trying to feel toward the end of this segment? All right, let's go. How you feeling? I see you, Cinnamon Swirl. Welcome back, Queen. I see you. Love seeing her. Dee Star, welcome back. Toot Latrice is in the building. How's everybody feeling? Keep Shining says, I love the corporate corner. Very informative. Yes, today we're talking burnout. But before we get into burnout, I need to know how my people are feeling. I got exuberant coming through. That's a good one. Pink Queen is in the bushes at her desk. What industry are you in, Pink Queen? We got Bless coming through. Gwendolyn is feeling peaceful. Ooh, I love it. Lavinia is feeling accomplished. We got Confirmed. Ooh, that's a different one. We got light on your feet or lighthearted, Brenda Gray. Let us know. Delilah is feeling energetic. Yep. We need to know how y'all are feeling. Somebody said, Carmelita says she's ready to win. Pink is coming in her car. Okay, I like it. Miss Beverly, good morning to Miss Beverly. Y'all, Miss Beverly sends me a prayer every single morning. every single morning, and she's done it for at least a year. If that's not love, she covers me every single morning. This is what I call a village. This is what I call like putting your arms around uh, other generations and making sure people are good. I love you, Miss Beverly. Thank you for thinking of me, but make sure y'all show her some love. We got relaxed, we have intentional, we have let's see, determined by Fanice. There we go. Aggravated. Yana, what's up, girl? Uh-uh. Y'all, we got to aggravate it. Listen, let me tell you something. You can't be walking up in corporate America feeling aggravated on a Wednesday. Now, here's the thing, Yana. Should I come back to her, y'all? I'm gonna come back to you. Let me start your comment. I'm gonna come back to you. We got strong. The network specialist is showing up to corporate America feeling strong. We got Dee Dee Star showing up feeling confident. All right. All right. I love it. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning. I mean, not for tuning in. Thank you. Excuse me, another victim channel. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and handle that for you. You're blocked, so you won't ever have to come back. You won't ever have to come back. You know, that's funny that your name is. I'm gonna let Toot Latrice block you. Toot Latrice, can you go ahead and block ASAP's Fable? So he or she don't ever have to worry about being a victim or hearing it again. It's funny how you found your way over here. But let me show you what victimhood looks like. We're going to help you. We're going to help you be bold and strong. We're going to usher you right on out the door. Bye. Bye, ban. You are banned. Good day. Yes. ASAP's Fable. Good day. Listen, the best part of waking up, didn't I just say if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you got a few seconds to get your ass back in and try it again? You just can't try it here, ASAP's Fable. So we're going to rebuke you. We're going to push you back into that web of negativity.
Wow.
Wherever you came from. Yes, wherever you came from with the bullshit, we're going to push you back over there because we don't do that over here. So we're going to push you back into the realm of negativity, the realm of non-productiveness that you came from. You just can't bring it here. And with that being said, Lisa E is feeling satisfied. Mama V is feeling relaxed. The Asset Noir is feeling bold. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. That's right. Peace his ass out. Ain't it funny when these newbies come in, these trolls come in, y'all? Let me tell you something. That's how you protect your house. In the words of Under Armour, protect this house. Oh, yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will. Yeah, take that nonsense somewhere else. That's right. Well, they've been banned for the channel, so they can never come back again. And here's the thing about being banned from channels. Let me tell you, it's the worst thing to happen to you. Not in a moment, because you grow and you evolve. And one day you don't feel that way no more. And one day you're not on that BS that you were on a year or two ago, and you want in. You want in on the channel. You've come to love it. You've come to enjoy it. But guess what? You never will. And you never can again because you've been banned. Yeah. So that's it. That's it, y'all. I love it. I love the strong words. Protection. You're feeling protected. I love it. Mary Faith Carter says she's at work and she's listening in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Denise is feeling safe. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. We're about to shift into our wellness segment. You know what? I think this will be the perfect segue into the wellness segment. And my wellness tip to you for this week is to thine own self be true. Let me type it in the chat. To thine own self be true. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean to some of y'all? To thine own self be true. We're talking corporate America. That's your wellness tip. How does that coincide with what you got going on in corporate America? We have officially entered into, or have we not, the fall season. Are we officially in the pumpkin spice season? The pumpkin spice realm of things? Or now? Am I a month early? Is it official? Come on, pumpkin spice girls. Don't leave me hanging. I just dropped the link. Are we officially in the realm of pumpkin spice? Because that's how I know when we've entered into fall. But I'm just going to call it fall anyway, in my opinion. Yes. Okay. Okay. They said yes. We have officially entered into the realm of the fall season. You got what? October, November, December. You got 3 more months, a very short 90 days left in this calendar year. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because the wellness word, the wellness tip of the week is to thine own self be true. What are you going to do about it, Yana? If you feeling aggravated, what are you going to do about it? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That accountability. I got to do something about it. Yep. Yep. So I just want to put that there at your feet. That is your challenge for the week. To thine own self be true. Just like we just did when we kicked ASAP's fable up out of here. We were true to who we are. We didn't hesitate. We did it quickly and sharp. You got to go. But now we're going to go to the wellness. Okay, Shadana is coming up. Good morning, Shadana. Welcome.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can.
Oh
Welcome,
my
welcome.
gosh. Hello, Queen. This is my very first time ever popping up on someone's stuff.
Oh, well, let me give you a round of applause. Because that takes a little bit of courage to come on up here. Hold on. There you go.
Well, thank you. Thank you, my Queen. I was compelled, and I'll say that again, I was compelled to come here just to simply say, since we're always talking about corporate America, corporate world, I've been in corporate world for 20 plus years. I'm a business owner now. What really grind my gears, and this is just really going into the love and marriage sector, hearing Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King talk about what I was.
Are you there? Hold on. Let me do a mic check. I want to make sure it's not.
Uh-oh, can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. And you said
Oh, I'm
something
so
about.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, but it brought up just because Monday after Monday, I don't listen to Messy Mondays. I don't engage in any of that. But like I said, I've been in the corporate involved with terminating and counseling employees for actual misconduct, actual harassment, and I see it almost every Monday when I see clips of Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly.
Wow.
And the latest thing, when they said for Martell to climb on top of Dr. Shanita, was right in our face, actual assault, our actual misconduct. And I am not sure of how this continues to be allowed, on this love and marriage sector, because that is really all we're seeing week after week. It's one thing to review the show and state your opinions gracefully, but when you start insinuating that someone else does something to someone else that is more in the actual realm, we are witnessing this every week. And for whatever reason, that is not never the.
Hold on. You cut out. I want to hear it. Let's mic check real quick. Hold on. Let's give you a second. Give me 1
But I
second.
just. Uh-oh.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You just faded out for a quick second. Keep going.
Okay, so what part did I leave out on? Because I was just rambling.
No, you were saying that what you're starting to see every week from a corporate America standpoint, it's one thing to review the show, but
Yes,
your role, you actually relieve people of duty for misconduct. And
yes.
what you're seeing and what we're witnessing is misconduct. Please pick up from there.
Yes, over and over and over. I mean, I have had to terminate someone just because they were at the nurses station, because I'm a nurse. They were at the nurses station and someone was telling a bad, inappropriate joke sitting right next to them. This person simply went to HR and those two people were terminated. And this person took it as far as to file a.
Hold on. Did you say they filed a lawsuit? Wait a minute. Let's see. We're gonna wait for her to come back in. She may be on her earpiece. Hold on.
Oh, can you hear me, honey?
Okay. You said the person took it as far as filing and then it went out.
No, they did file and won an $80,000 lawsuit against this hospital. Yes, and that was simply because they felt like that was a form of harassment and misconduct in the workplace. And this is just two peers. This is just two peers that they were working side by side. So just imagine you're talking about someone on the executive level, someone now that we're hearing that is supposed to be your boss or your higher up, and we're seeing them engage in this misconduct week after week. And it's not just against Dr. Shanita, as we just recently heard. It's not just against Mel. It's against multiple castmates that when they review the show, if someone really took that and dissected what they have been saying over and over and over, this is blatant misconduct right in our face.
Oh, great information. Let me ask you this. I am a huge believer of if you stop it here, it won't get there. And I believe that from a psychology, right,
Yeah,
perspective, that people only do what works and what they've been allowed to do.
right.
And in my opinion, they do it because no one's been bold enough to say, not today. I'm gonna
Exactly.
file a report.
Exactly. So that's all I really wanted to say. And I have kind of wrote it in a few content creators, you know, comment section just to say, hey guys, we need to highlight this. Like, this is not okay. I even sent it to Melody because from the beginning of the show, I will send her little gem. She'll heart it and maybe say thank you. And that's as far as I go. It doesn't happen often. But this latest, when I seen that, and I just sent that, like, hey, here's a little bug in your ear. Like, I don't know what Dr. Shanita, what time she's on, or if she even cares to even follow through with something. But I'm like, this was misconduct right in our face against this lady. And we have to stop allowing people like him, like Dr. Heavenly, to have these platforms and continuously do that in our face. Even
Well, let me ask you this real quick, Shadana. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. I'm gonna wait. I think your signal faded out again, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds for her to come back in, but this is really good information, you all. What she's saying is it doesn't matter the forum. Reviewing a show is one thing, but when you are tied to a corporation, you cannot constantly harass your coworker. She said it's not specific to Melody Cherie. Harassment is harassment is harassment, which is equivalent to, since we're talking corporate America, misconduct. People get walked out every day. But you know why it's not happening right now? Oh, don't get me started. Because in some situations, we have been conditioned not to complain. We have been conditioned to be quiet and just deal with it. It's the tone of the environment. But I really thank you for coming up. I thank you to the last caller. She hit a spot where her audio went out, but I'm sure she'll probably come back if and when she can. So that was Shadana. Thank you so much. That was wonderful information. So what do you want to do with that? Make sure that you are not on the end where you could be dismissed from work for causing someone to feel attacked, uncomfortable, even if you think, quote unquote, Dr. Heavenly, I'm just joking. Jokes will get you walked out, according to Shadana. Jokes will get the corporation sued. She said someone at the hospital just sued and won over $80,000. Even after the healthcare corporation corrected it and fired the two nurses, they said that's not enough because it happened right here in your environment. It happened within the realm of your walls, within your quote unquote corporate culture, and I am going to file suit. They did, and they won. And that's a nice little nest egg, $80,000. That's a nice little nest egg. And corporations are not in the business of giving money away for free because you thought it was a joke. I didn't say it. I'm just putting it out there. And I think this would be the perfect segue into financial well-being. Thank you so much, Shadana, for dropping that and sharing that gem with us. And with that being said, I am going to share my screen, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen on this financial well-being conversation. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. I want you to listen very carefully. Let me make sure I got it up. You know, these conversations are so important. Hold on.
Building tool is your income.
Let me start it over. I apologize.
Here's the deal. Your number one wealth building tool is your income. All of the millionaires that we interview, unless they inherited the money, which is very, very few of them, less than 10% of them inherited the money, did it by saving and investing their income. They did not give their income to Best Buy. It's a mathematical thing. When you give your income to someone else, you don't have it anymore. And when you give your income away, you've given up your economic future. All for crap. All the money comes in. All the money goes out. But by God, we're sitting around counting our Discover points. Oh, we got airline miles. Oh, Sally Mae's been with us for 15 freaking years in our spare bedroom. All because we called it an investment. I don't understand why it's bad. It's bad because it's stupid and you're normal. 70% of the Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's stupid. Because you're living in one of the wealthiest countries the world has ever known, and there you sit like a rat in a wheel, run. Why? Because student loans are an investment and I'm going to Best Buy. This is just stupid. It's stupid on steroids. Really, seriously, you've got to stop and think. Here's the deal.
Listen, he told no lies. I dropped a link. I dropped a link in the chat for anybody that can come up. Feel free. If not, we can do like we've always done. You're always welcome to participate from the chat. He said,
your number one wealth building tool is your income.
The way you are going to build wealth is your income. Your income. That's the money you make every 2 weeks, whether it's biweekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever it is that they pay you. So when you look at that, let him finish.
All of the millionaires that we interview, unless they inherited the money, which is very, very few of them, less than 10% of them inherit.
Less than 10% of millionaires was left, did not receive like an inheritance. So it's false. They did not. Less than 10%, that's a lot. We're not born into money. So stop the cap. What he's saying is they built their wealth by way of investment. And a lot of us are building our poverty by way of giving it away, making payments on shit that we should not be, or that we should be looking for ways to build our wealth as opposed to building a deficit. Hey, I didn't say it. He did.
Inherited the money, did it by saving and investing their income.
And he didn't say stocks and bonds and all of that. Investing into something that's going to make a return on their investment.
They did not give their income to Best Buy. It's a mathematical thing. When you give your income to someone else, you don't have it anymore.
When you make payments and you sign up for something that you cannot afford to buy, let me tell you something about Dave Ramsey. I've not always liked his delivery, his style, but I've listened to him over the years. It makes sense. And one thing he's always taught and pushed is if you got to make payments, you can't afford it. If you can't go right in there and buy it, you can't afford. So why make payments? Because you were giving your hard-earned money to someone else.
And when you give your income away, you've given up your economic future. All for crap. All the money comes in. All the money goes out. But by God, we're sitting around counting our Discover points. Oh, we got airline miles. Oh, Sally Mae's been with us for 15 freaking years in our spare bedroom. All because we called it an investment. I don't understand why.
Damn. He's saying people with a particular mentality, your money's already spoken for before it even lands in your bank account, because you have to give your money away bi-weekly, weekly, monthly to somebody else. to somebody else. And he's not calling you stupid. He's not calling me stupid. He's saying the decision to do so, to purchase it, because you call it an investment, because you wanted a TV, you saw a refrigerator at Best Buy, you needed the newest gadget, the newest iPhone. That's stupid that you would give your money away, that your check would already be spoken for. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Let me.
And why it's bad. It's bad because it's stupid and you're normal. 70% of the Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's stupid.
If you don't have, let's start with this notion. If you don't have $1,000 saved, this is his 7 steps, right? His baby steps to financial freedom. The baby step number 1, save $1,000. If you don't have at least $1,000 saved, it's stupid for you to be purchasing things and making payments. That'll give you a metric, a baseline metric to build on.
Because you're living in one of the wealthiest countries the world has ever known, and there you sit like a rat in a wheel, run. Why? Because student loans are an investment and I'm going to Best Buy. This is just stupid. It's stupid on steroids. Really, seriously, you've got to stop and think. Here's the deal.
All right. That's your financial wealth. That's something to ponder on. And that's definitely something to ponder on. Chanel says, does that include purchasing a home as well? I don't think so, but feel free to check him out on Instagram. I've followed Dave Ramsey for a number of years, but I will tell you this. One piece of advice that I did take from him many years ago, almost 10 years ago. Let me see, 7. No, well, we're closer to 10 than we are. So when purchasing a home, I heard him teach a principle, purchase it under one income. And we did that many years ago. We don't need 2 incomes to afford our house. And he talks about there's a notion of having too much house. Too much house is a thing where all of your money is going toward your house. And when you're purchasing a house, don't walk in a house and say, oh, this room is for in case my mom comes to visit. He says the worst thing you can do is purchase too much house based on somebody else coming to visit. So I did follow his guidance and his practices of purchasing a home on one income, and it has served us well. Yes, I agree. Liza More Liza is definitely something to think about. Yes, it is. The Luxury Bucket says America promotes consumerism. He's right. But listen, they can promote it all they want. But if we have discipline, if we are structured in our thoughts, if we are following pages, experts, and people that are giving us the right information, you don't have to fall for it. Yep, Belle Ann. So Miss Chanel, she says, yes, it does not apply to your home. Yep, his teachings do not apply to your home. But you do need to check out making sure that you do not purchase too much house, in the words of Dave Ramsey. Long time ago, I used to follow Susie Orman when she was hot on the block. I had all of her books. Her calculation is 25%, no more than 25% of your income, no more, should go towards your home. Anything more than 25% is equivalent to having, quote unquote, too much house. So think about how much you bring home monthly after taxes, not your gross income. We're talking about, what is it called? After your gross, y'all help me out. Your take home. I think that's what it's called. Let me see if somebody put it in the, not your gross income. What is the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out in the chat. Your net. Thank you, ladies. Your net income. So think about how much you make. Let's just say every 2 weeks. Just do a summary of monthly of what your total take home minus 25%. Is that what you're paying in mortgage? Is that what you're paying in rent? Is that what you're paying in rental? Whatever it is, wherever you live. If it's more than that, you are entering into the realm of having too much house. I know. You're saying, wait a minute. That's not a lot. Yeah, but that's how we go broke. That's how we get into debt. Purchasing too much house. And then if you're saying this is based on my income, okay, let me use my husband's income. Let me use my partner's income. Okay, but what if we bring it together? But his recommendation is not to buy based on two incomes, because what happens if you lose your job? Now you're in a pickle. Keep Shining wants to know, what about car purchases? He says you should not. You should not. You should not. But go listen to him. Go listen to him. I like Dave Ramsey. He can be a bit extreme in his teachings and his belief. He's gone broke before. He's lost it and gotten it all back. Yeah. Anywho, that's a little bit today of the financial well-being. Now we're going to jump and we're going to switch gears and we're going to go into burnout. And I hope I can see. Hold on. We're going to go into burnout. Yes, we are. Listen, 6 signs that you are burnt out. Oh, are we? So now we've shifted into the burnout segment, because I know a lot of you are burnt out. I know a lot of you are feeling it. Hold on. Here are 6 signs that you're burnt out. And I'm not sure that I have them in the correct order, but I hope so. Number 1. Yes, I do. Number 1, you feel disconnected from everything. You don't feel like yourself anymore at work. You don't feel engaged. And there's nothing you can really do about it, which leads to a feeling of helplessness, almost like you're on autopilot, okay? You're waking up, you're going to the computer, you're driving, you're just there, but you're not really there. They call it being present. You're there, but you're not really there. That's one sign that you may be experiencing burnout, feeling completely disconnected, and it ain't really nothing you can do about it. You've tried everything, but it ain't working this time. Number 2, you used to be motivated. You used to be self-motivated, a high achiever. You often excelled in specific areas. And recently, you've become exhausted, apathetic, unmotivated. It's more likely that you are suffering from burnout and not laziness like most people would think. Remember, the first slide say it ain't really too much you can do about it. You keep trying to propel and motivate yourself, but you just can't push through. You don't have it. The energy, the drive is not there. Number 3. Uh-oh. Hold on. I didn't skip one. Let me go to number 4. You become moody and irritable. You've been snappy, having emotional outbreaks. Little to no patience, popping off real quick, especially when you never used to. This could be a sign, y'all. This could definitely be a sign of burnout. Okay, let's go to the next one. You used to be passionate. Man, you used to be on fire in meetings, your work. You could feel the passion through your work. You may have had an interest that you liked a lot, and suddenly you don't give a damn. I don't care. You don't even want to do it no more. You may even hate it. You may even start to hate it or feel a disdain for it, whether it's a talent, a sport, academic, professional performance, all of that. Burnout can make it difficult to do what you formerly loved or what you used to be enthusiastic about. We can use Simone Biles as an example. Let's see. Another tip for burnout. You've neglected your self-care. Ooh, if your eating and sleeping habits have changed. And maybe you ain't really trying to put too much into your appearance lately. You're not being very thoughtful and mindful about your outfit choice. It is what it is. This could be a sign, y'all. Physical appearance, neglecting your physical appearance. Spending time alone, purposely isolating just because. This is another sign. And then the last one, I think we have one more, if I'm correct. But when you look back, you can't really pinpoint a time frame of when all of this started to happen. It happens in stages such as losing interest and motivation, feeling detached, neglecting yourself, and then boom, it just shows up one day. And you're like, what the hell? How did I get here? It doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual. But if you are really disconnected, and you're typically not the kind of person or personality that would be tuned into yourself anyway, and you have been conditioned to stretch anyway, there's a likelihood that you would probably not catch it sooner as opposed to later. Ooh, burnout. It's real. Hold on. Give me one. All right. Here's another one. Resetting. Let me ask y'all something. Do you really think you can reset after burnout? Burnout recovery to help you reset. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to give you my opinion. It says burnout recovery to help you reset. You may not have had any control over what brought you to this point. That means it's been like a fog. You don't even know how you got there. But you do have the ability to regain control and begin to recharge. To start, try these tips. Make time for a good night's sleep. Spend time with loved ones, engage in physical activities, remain hydrated, put away your digital devices, try meditation and or yoga, learn to say no. Practicing good self-care can make recharging easier. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that sounds good and lovely in a perfect world. In my opinion, depending on what level of burnout you are experiencing, I don't think you would get a good night's sleep. I don't think you would get a good night's sleep, depending on how far you've allowed it to go. Also, it says spend time with loved ones. If what we have reviewed is true regarding irritability, short-tempered, disconnecting, alienating yourself, spend time with loved ones. You may have to make some apologies if you've been that in order to come back and spend time with loved ones. Engage in physical activities. I believe this should be number one. Remaining hydrated, that's important. Putting away your digital devices, I think that should be number two, but I think that's one of the hardest things for most Americans to do because it's an addictive mechanism. It was designed to keep you engaged on social media, and it's going to require a level of discipline in order to step back and put that digital device away. Try meditation and or yoga. I think that's cute. If you can, I think bike riding, skating, swimming. I think there's a number of things you can do. Sitting outside in the sun and learning to say no. Learn to say no without saying no. That's probably one of the best practices you can use. How can you say no without saying no? Daryl Long, Sim God says morning workouts are the best, and I buy hydration drinks like Body Armor and others to stay hydrated. The practice of saying no. Some of us struggle with it more than others. But do you know, let me say this, that it is definitely possible to say no without saying no? I do it all the time. Let me drop the link. Regina B, I see you, baby. I see you. Yes. Regina B says, yes, you have time to correct it, Queen Sheba, but first you have to recognize what's wrong. Yes, you do. But guess how? But hold on. That's an excellent point. But in order to do that, guess what it says? We have to be willing to disconnect, put the phone down, think through it, and recognize where you are. Mama V says, I got burnt out 2 years ago. I quit my job and it took me almost 2 years to recover. Thank God my husband was able to hold us down. Thank you for being honest, because I think this list is sweet and all, but depending on the severity of your burnout, in my opinion, now I want y'all to be able to make recommendations. Depending on my opinion, I think sometimes it may require a deep assessment of whether or not you need to leave your job just to recuperate. But if you're giving your money to Best Buy, like Dave Ramsey saying to everybody else, you may not be in a financial position to do so. If you've bought your home based on 2 incomes, you may not be in a financial position to do so. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I know. A reset. Okay, Dee Dee Star says, I believe a reset is possible. I do. I agree with you, Dee Dee. But I think it's going to be longer than 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on the severity of the burnout. Let me ask you all an honest question. Let me ask. Are you burnt out? Yes or no? That's my first question. Are you burnt out? Are you experiencing burnout? Are you burnt out? Are you currently experiencing burnout? Okay, extremely. Bella Ann says, Bella Amy, Bella Amy, Bella Aim. Did I say it right? Okay. Yes, we got some yeses. Love seeing her. Trisha says, I am. KNRB, thank you for being. She says, I'm still recovering from burnout. KNRB, inbox me. How long have you been recovering from burnout? But you can answer that here. Okay. Aquarius 1982 said, I'm not because I speak up for myself. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Learning to say no. I mean, Biz, welcome.
Hi, Queen Sheba. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome. You sound great. Happy Wednesday.
Thank you. Same to you. I'm working, so I can't stay for long, but I just wanted to add because I did suffer from burnout, adrenal fatigue, and all that good stuff from a job, a former
Say that last part again.
having to live through it. It absolutely can kill you. So I would say what I did, I ended up taking a leave of absence from work for about 3 months. And I love the sun. And what I would do, I would get up sunrise and sunset almost every day. I almost never missed. And I would just go and I would just meditate. And I didn't even get out, but it's good to get out and get your feet in nature. But I would just sit in my car, position my car. I would just let that sunrise and that sunset just beam on me and just meditate and become one with the creator and nature and just to calm my nerves. Because like the lady said in the chat, it took me 2 years to calm myself down because
Oh,
your mind is mentally racing. So one thing that I have learned, and unfortunately some of these things I learned, I didn't know it at the time, but because I have gone through it, hopefully this can help somebody else. When you're in a state of stress, your cortisol levels are higher, and it's almost like in cave days, like a tiger is chasing you. So of course your adrenaline is going to be up, and it's fight or flight because of course you're either going to fight this tiger or you're going to run from it. So it's designed to save your life. But if you're in a state of perpetual stress and that adrenaline and cortisol is constantly running, is destructive to your body. So in order to counter that, I would suggest if you're stressed out, if you just go get you a pillow or something, or just punch the air, exercise, do something. I would say a pillow, just punch it, just keep punching it until you're exhausted. It'll deplete that cortisol and it'll make the body think, okay, we outran the tiger. Now we can return back to normal, and it won't be so destructive to your body. And this is some information that I wish I had then, because now I have to have a procedure in the next couple of weeks because stress has affected my joints to the point that I have to have surgery. So hopefully that
mm,
can help somebody. But whatever it is that is your zhuzh that helps you to decompress, do that. If it's just going to a movie, to view someone else's life and give you a break from your life. If it's mine is nature and getting out in the sun and just meditating, um, hugging grandkids, go visit PCA, with some animals and, play with the animals, whatever it is to help you decompress, do that because I'm telling you, it will affect your body.
awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. I hope y'all are listening. Hold on, let me turn down my there we go. Okay, I hope y'all are listening. She's saying burnout is real. Absolutely real. And I think you said you experienced, was it adrenal fatigue? Did I get that right?
Yeah, adrenal fatigue, and that's it sits on top of your kidneys, and it's really your adrenals should take over once women go into menopause. The adrenals should take over the role of the ovaries, but because we live in a microwave society, and it's almost like they have us set up where you're chasing, not necessarily chasing the dollar, but you're just chasing to survive. So everybody is stressed out. So most people's adrenals are fatigued. That's not the way the creator, want us to live. So whatever it is that you have to do to decompress, please do it, because it will affect your body.
Thank you for sharing. And also, she said, "Let me." I love what I mean. Biz said. She actually listen to what she said, y'all. She went into the sun. Watch this. Where you going with this, Queen Sheba? Last week when I played the Millionaire's Advice for the financial wellness segment, he said, "Don't listen to anything they tell you. Do the opposite." Aren't we told not to go into the sun? Are we not told the sun can harm you? The millionaire said, "Don't believe anything they say." And when he's saying they, you know what he means, they. And she went into the sun. And let me tell you something, Black people, the sun is healing for you. It's nature's prescription to depression, to burnout. And all she did was cling to the sun, and she sat. She didn't go on a diet. She didn't do a million gazillion things. Because if you're feeling burnt out, if you're currently in a burnout phase, the worst thing you can do is reload your plate again, even with good stuff. Even with good stuff, you're burnt out, baby. You got to pause. Does that sound right? I mean, Biz.
That is absolutely right. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna call it Kukarachi. When the Kukarachi happened and everybody was talking, was scared because it was something totally new. We didn't know what it was. We didn't know what to expect. You didn't know we didn't know anything. So everybody was afraid. I understand that. At the time when the lockdowns happened, so many people were out of the office at a former job I was at. I wanted to come in because I had more peace because it wasn't that many people there. So I would actually go into the office where everybody else was locked down. That's where when I was seeing these different towers being put up. Nobody else could see them because everybody was locked down. I would go out in the sun or go to the beach. Nobody was at the beach because everybody was locked down. Some of
Mhm.
those foreign doctors stated that, I don't know the statistics, but I want to say they said all, if not almost all of the patients that transitioned, their vitamin D levels were low. I
Yeah,
take vitamin D3 anyway. Plus, I love to be in the sun because, especially now, I try to get as much as I can because when fall and winter gets here, you don't get as much.
that's
Um,
correct.
so some people go into a depression during the winter months. So I want, my cup to overflow with the vitamin D. I never got the Kukarachi. I never received the Kukarachi jab. None of that. And
And she's talking, I'm gonna tell them what you're talking about. She's talking about C19, y'all.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Um, and one other thing, because I, from what I'm seeing, it looks like they may try something else again. Um, get those vitamin D levels up, whether you do it by D3 or sun will be better. I would do it sunrise and sunset, not
Mm.
between like 12 and 2 or 12 and 1, not that time. Also, I think something that saved me when I was going into the office, because it actually was here in 2019. We just didn't know it because a lot of people had flu that they couldn't get rid of. And at that time, I had an office. And because I have chronic bronchitis, I keep a diffuser. And I was using either oregano oil or thyme oil in that diffuser. And I really think that's what saved me before we even knew this stuff existed, because it would
Gotcha.
cleanse the air. And if you're in that room with it, I didn't have a cold for probably like 2 years. If you're breathing it in, it would clean your nostrils and your lungs also. Either oregano or thyme oil and a
Okay.
diffuser.
Y'all got that? Oregano or thyme oil. Hold on, let me I'm gonna put you on mute just for a second. Um, all great recommendations, y'all. I'ma also say this. If you are feeling burnt out, and I really want y'all to listen to this, and you know you need to take a break, and you are able to take a break, first of all, congratulations to you. Because 70% of Americans, according to Dave Ramsey, cannot afford to take a break. Y'all, if that ain't a rat race, I don't know what is. That is scary. That alone should get you up out your seat right now and warm your coffee up and say, "Oh hell no. I gotta figure out an exit strategy. Let me pay Best Buy off. Child, let me pay this little phone off that I done got. I ain't buying nothing else where I gotta make payments because my freedom is more important than being stuck with 70% to the I can't take a damn break. Is that bad that I can't take a break? Y'all, that's not a way to live. You're essentially harming yourself in the long run. But if you are able and fortunate enough to take a break, take the break. Don't work during the break. Just take the break. Don't accept any additional assignments. Don't try to prove anything to yourself. Take a break. Rest is warfare. And that's what I give you. That's what I give you. Rest is warfare. It's how you gear up for the next phase in your life. It's how you recharge. It's how you rejuvenate. It's how you clear out all of that yuck and zuck that you've been exposed to over the years of survival. And you're just resting. It's almost a form of hibernation. What are your final thoughts on that? I mean, Biz, because I know you're working and I don't know when to bring you in or out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. I figured you was gonna call me again. Um, Absolutely. I mean, do what you can. Like she said, have a plan, and and don't tell anybody. Do everything in silence, and put that plan in place, because nothing is more important than your health. Once that's gone, you're not gonna care about anything else. That health is worth $1 trillion.
A
And take
trillion.
take care of it at all costs. It's
Thank
time
you.
for us to be more selfish, without for ourselves, for the sake of you, because you're no good to anybody once your health is gone, your mental state is gone.
Thank you for sharing. I mean, Biz, like, y'all, we are really serious about you taking charge over your health. And if you work for a corporation that has benefits, if you work for a corporation that will afford you a leave of absence, take it. Yes, you're going to take a hit with income, but we just gave you some strategies. That's why we give financial wellness tips every week. Do the numbers, run the math. And ask yourself, what trouble have I gotten myself into financially where I'm out here giving Best Buy all my money? And when I say Best Buy, that just means areas where you're making payments. Let me pull myself out of that because I'm about to take a break and move in silence. No pre-announcements. You don't need to announce it to nobody. You don't need to tell anybody. Just take the break. KNRB, welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing, Queen Sheba?
I'm feeling exuberant. I took somebody's word. I'm feeling good. How are you?
Exuberant. I like that word. I'm going to use that one today. No,
Demure.
Jamil- oh my God. But no, I just wanted to kind of speak on what the last caller was saying. So
Okay.
she said that she never received or never got the cucaracha, the CV, but I actually got it. And what she was saying is so true. The way that I was able to rid it from my body, because I literally felt like I was dying. I was in like the first wave of people that had it. And when I tell you, I really didn't know that I was sick at first. I was eating something. I was eating a mango. And I was like, I can't taste anything. Like, what's going on? Like, nothing. Like, you know how you bite into a juicy mango and the juice is just running, so sweet. I could not taste the thing. And that's how I knew something was wrong, was off.
Mhm.
And then after that, like, my body just kind of tried to shut down on me. So what I did was exactly what she said. I was filling my body up with like turmeric tea, ginger tea, just things that would, help me feel better. And I would sit in the sun. Like, I would sit in the sun for like an hour, and I would do that. I did that for like 3 days straight. And when I tell you, I felt so much better. It was like the sun was just pulling all of that stress and pulling all of that disease out of me. So the sun is very healing, whether people want to believe it or not. Um, but yes, that's something that I did in order to heal myself of that. But even after all of that, I wasn't able to taste for like several months after that. It was
Oh.
crazy. It was so crazy. But I thank God that, I was able, the ancestors told me, this is what you do, go outside in the sun. Cause I didn't know, most people want to just, dope themselves up with NyQuil or whatever
Mhm.
and just kind of medicate. But something just told me, sit in the sun, sit in the sun. And when I tell you, doing that for several hours, I felt so much better. I felt so much better, 10 times better, because everybody was like, oh, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need, NyQuil and mix it with this and do a hot toddy. And yes, those things can help, but the natural sun, there's nothing on earth like it. There's nothing on earth like it. And I just want to say that. And I know this is not really dealing with burnout, but in a way it kind of is. But in a way it is, because I think the reason why I got it was because my immune system it was lowered. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah. It was lowered, and it's because of all the stress that I was going through. My mother, became sick. Um, I'm having to take on more work than usual at work, doing my 9 to 5.
Gotcha.
No appreciation, no promotion. And I guess it was taking a toll on me, and I really didn't realize it. I didn't realize it. But after my mom was diagnosed with cancer, I knew she was sick, but after she was actually diagnosed with cancer, I was like, I have to take a break. Like, it was
How long of
exhausting.
a break did you take? And are you talking about corporate America that you took a break from?
Yes,
Ho
exactly.
do you mind sharing with the audience how long of a break did you take?
Well, I found out my mom had cancer a week before I was laid off. And I was like ready to get back to work, even though she was sick. But because in my mind, I'm like, she needs me. She needs,
Oh, hold
she
on.
lives with
Let
me.
me
My
back
mother,
you up. So did you take a break or were you forced to take a break?
in a way, I was forced to take a break, but then I jumped back into looking for work and
How
jumped
soon?
back into corporate America, basically.
How soon? How long were you on break though? How
three
long were you on?
months, three
Okay,
months.
3 months. You did would it be safe to say you were forced into a break because you were laid off, right?
Correct.
And then 3
Correct.
months. What were you doing in those 3 months?
3 months just taking her to doctor's appointments, and trying to like work out, so I would go to the park. There's a big park near where I live, and I would just walk. And so that was helping me because, of course, you're getting the sunlight, you're getting the vitamin D, you're releasing all of that energy and stress. Um, so that's basically what I was doing. I was walking, I was trying to change my diet. And then, but I was still a little stressed because I was like, I need to find work again because my savings were dwindling. And having to take my mom back and forth to the hospital, it was just crazy. So um, it was those 3 months. And then I was like, I need to find work. So I jumped back into work. And then I got into a job that I just absolutely hated because I felt like I needed a job.
Hold on.
And
Let me slow you down. Y'all, did we not talk about that? The
I
worst
must have
time
missed that episode.
No, we every Wednesday, child, ain't no telling which segment is, but we talked about that. The worst thing to do is accept a job when you're in a position of desperation.
Right.
The best time to look for a job is when you have one. The best time to plan an exit strategy is when you're working. Go ahead.
That's true. Okay, so once I jumped into that one, I absolutely hated it. And I was like, maybe this is God's way of pushing me to start my own business. So that's when I took, Melody's class with the property preservation. And when I tell you, like you said, the best time to look for an opportunity is when you have something. I was glad that he kind of gave me that job, even though I hated it, because not only did it give me, income coming in, but it also allowed me time to kind of think about what I wanted to do. And so I worked there for, I think it was 3 months. It was another 3 months. And so my mom made a turn for the worse. And when she made a turn for the worse, I was already, in my mind, I was already exiting because I had already completed the classes. I had already gotten a contract. And I was like, well, when can I do it? Like, when can I jump? So when my mom took a turn for the worse, she was in the hospital for those 3 months. So from the time I started that job to the time that I exited that job, she was in the hospital for those 3 months. And so it was just kind of scary to jump, but it was kind of like there were signs there. So
About how long did it take you to jump? Because I want to make sure they're following, because some of them are in and out. So we're talking almost a 6-month period, right? Where you
right.
lost your job, then there was three months of being off, and then you found a job. You were there for 3. When did you jump?
As soon as they told me, my mom was like, so I would say like at the beginning, I didn't even want the job, honestly. So it took me 3 months to decide, I got to do this. So, so it was at that 3-month mark of working there that I was just like, I'm done.
Okay, less than 90 days. Less
Yeah,
than 90 days of having the new job of you jumped
I jumped. I
into
had
having
to.
your own business, right?
I had to. Yes.
Okay.
Because
Oh, y'all. Less
every
than
day,
90 days.
I'm
I wanna
telling you,
make sure they get this. Less than 90 days, 'cause a lot of people do take notes when we talk. So I wanna make sure that they have these takeaways in addition to the other stuff that you're sharing. Less than 90 days, she made a jump. The pressure. Go ahead real
yeah,
quick.
it was just too much to deal with. It was every day, it was something. There was no promotion. And, people that were so called in the C suites were just, they were just as ratchet as some people off the street. They were very disrespectful, like condescending. They would speak to people in a manner that, I just found it to be strange. When I first came into the office, I was like, this is not what I've experienced. I've experienced some things in corporate America, but at this particular place, it was awful. And
Ah.
so I was just ready from day one.
Give them the final KNRB. I know we said a lot, but give them the final takeaway, because I really want them to feel what you've done. I don't want that to slip away from today's conversation. What's the final takeaway of feeling burnt out, losing your job, having to find another? Tell them where you are now.
I would say, if I were to give any piece of advice or suggestion, look for the signs. So I'm kind of glad that you're doing this particular topic and giving, some of the signs, because even though, you may be severely gone as far as burnout, if you see the signs, if you know the signs, then you'll know how to kind of resolve whatever issues that you're having. If you know what's wrong with you, if you know, okay, I haven't been outside, I haven't seen sunlight in a long time, I've been sitting in this cubicle, I'm feeling burnt out, I'm feeling depressed, I don't want to be bothered with anybody, I'm agitated, I just want to go to work, come home, eat my food and go to sleep. If you know those signs, then you know how to help yourself. And so it's just up to you to make that jump. I can't tell you when. Queen Sheba can't tell you when. You will know when it's time. So That's
And
all
are
I
you
have.
in corporate America right now, or are you currently working for yourself?
I am doing the property preservation thing and I'm trying to expand. So that's where I'm at right now.
Woohoo! I hope y'all heard that. That's what I was trying to get you to say. She dancing around it, y'all. I'm like, come on.
And I love it because
Come on,
whenever
man. You
whenever I need to like take my mom to the doctor or whatever, I can do that, because I'm not I'm not hung up and caught up on things to where it's like, oh well, let me put in leave. I gotta take vacation. Do I have enough
right.
PTO? And yeah. So
But
thank you for
listen. No, I want to celebrate you. That's why I be stopping y'all. Hold on, because y'all be skipping over your greatness. No, no, let's back this thing up.
I'm
Hold on, let
trying
me get
not to
in here.
cry, okay? I'm trying not to cry.
I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on. You skipped over the great part. Tell them where you at now. Tell them
Yeah.
what you do. Oh, well, I just, no, toot your horn. But look, real quick, thank you so much, KNRB. Inbox me for real.
I
You're,
will.
you're
Thank
right here
you.
where I'm at, right?
I am. I am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and inbox me so we can make something shake.
All right. Will do.
All
Thank you.
right. I love you and thank you for coming up. I appreciate you, Queen. All right, y'all. That's KNRB. She in property preservation. Denise, please inbox me. I've been looking for you since the last time you came up, which is almost 2 weeks ago. Denise. Yes, she is free. Denise did the same thing, you guys. Denise has a very, very successful story about just corporate burnout, the pressures, the isms and the schisms of corporate America. And one day, she said, enough is enough. And she's been free ever since. So she's been free since May 30th, May, June, July, August, September. Don't tell me it can't be done. We're doing it right here on this channel. We are doing it right here on this platform, whether you are engaged in these conversations or not, whether they're in front of you or behind the wall. We are making things shake here. And there is power in numbers where two or more are gathered. There is power in the midst of them. We're getting behind each other with the right energy. All you got to do, baby, is close your eyes and jump. And that concludes today's corporate segment of Burnout. My question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Ooh, what are you going to do about it? Sean says, Queen, I listen to you all the time. I usually don't say anything in the chat. This is helping me. I appreciate you all for sharing. Oh, yes. Yes. If you're going to talk, listen, I believe that if I'm going to talk that talk, I better walk that walk. And I can't wait to share with you all some of the amazing things that I've done, I am doing, me and other ladies are doing, people that are walking away every day. And not because corporate, listen, I can't really say too much bad about corporate America because it's helped shape me and mold me for where I am today and how I show up with my skill sets and how I am able to apply it on my YouTube page. There's some highs, lows, ebbs, and flows, but I always knew, wait a minute, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, because I cannot be confined. I got to spread my wings and fly. And I hope that this conversation has empowered you and propelled you to really be able to put the pen to the paper, old school, y'all, not just talk about it, but to be about it. Put some pen to a paper. Get yourself, like Joel Osteen saying, a good Bible-based church. I'm being silly. Get yourself in a good old room in your house. Today on your lunch break, I want you to start doing some bullet points. What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? How do I get myself out of this quote unquote rat race that Dave Ramsey talks about? How do I take my money back from Best Buy? How do I stop making all of these payments and make my money work for me so that when I'm ready to make the jump, I got it. I'm just closing my eyes and I'm stepping out on faith. But I also have some things in place that's going to carry me from point A to point B. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Thank you to all of my panelists that were kind enough to come up and share your experiences today. Denise, please inbox me. Denise. Netta says you are always on time. Listen, we're about action around here. And I want to read just a couple of comments that came through. Miss T says, my plan is to spend the last quarter of the year looking for new employment. Replace new with better. Miss T. Replace new with better. Formulate exactly what it is that you're seeking. What type of employment? Just new, because new could be worse. Replace new with better. Better. Ooh. Bell Am says, I am trying to navigate through it honestly. The last few months have been a challenge for me. Pause. Sometimes it ain't even about treading water. Sometimes you just got to submerge yourself in the pause and rest. Denise says, I experienced severe burnout, required FMLA time off and therapy. It was very hard to overcome, still recovering after 10 years. I'm still relearning how to treat myself. Damn. And that's another recommendation, y'all, that that I did not share. That if you have to, get in and see a therapist, but get you a good therapist. Don't get a therapist that's going to coach you on how to suffer, because that's a whole different ballgame. But a therapist that's going to shake you awake, and that's going to make you dig deep and make you do the work of thinking, because that's all it requires. Just a little bit of thought, writing it down, and then a little bit of action. And the action is taking the first step. So those are some things that you would want to look for in a therapist, not somebody that's going to allow you to be a victim on the couch and talk about how horrible it was and you get stuck about what they did, what didn't happen in corporate America, but rather a therapist that's going to challenge you simply by asking, so what do you want to do about it? Not in those words, but you get what I'm saying. What's the next step? What does freedom look like? Y'all get what I'm saying? I really hope this is inspiring to those of you that are tuned in and listening, even those of you in the bushes, to say, wait a minute, I'm going to make something shake for myself. I'm going to make something shake for myself. Thank you, Coffee. Coffee says, great session today. I enjoyed it. Kelly, thank you, Kelly. Kelly says, great conversation. I needed this. I need better employment. And then not only that, how am I showing up better? And am I waiting till I get there? Am I going to start showing up today better? Yes. Denise says, thanks to you for having Dr. Williams on your channel. She is now my therapist. Listen, I told y'all, hold on, listen. Thank you. That's what we do around here. That's what we do. And congratulations to you, Denise. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Brenda says, great commentary. That's how, hey, I'm just a vessel. I'm just a vessel. Love seeing her. Dee Star said, yes, vitamin D is very important. It is for African-American women. And let me tell you just one more thing that they don't tell you with. It needs to be combined with magnesium in order for it to be effective. Magnesium and vitamin D. And Denise shared it. D3 and magnesium supplements help. They do. They do. They go hand in hand for us. Yes, hand in hand. You start to get your energy back. You start to reformulate yourself biologically. And remember, last week we talked about how evidence shows, scientific research shows that Black women, I'm sorry, y'all, it's shown, it's evidence there to support it by the University of Boston. Corporate America has been extremely toxic on a scientific level for Black women of color. So much to the point that there's a chromosomal shift. So my question to you is, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What's your plan? Where we going? What's the next step? Yep. Yana said, this was very much needed. I have been feeling so drained. Where are you now, Yana? Because you were feeling aggravated and irritated. What are you feeling now? We got to make sure we leave you better than what we found you. Regina B says, yes, Queen, it's about showing up better so you can be a better you for you. For you. You for you. Love seeing her. Dee Star says, this is a very inspiring conversation. Great commentary. Thank you, Brenda Gray. Thank you. Man, it has been. Hell, I'm feeling motivated. Thank you, Denise. Denise Gow says, I love this channel. Thank you. Thank you all from my corporate America crowd that shows up. Yeah, we're going to do something about it, ladies and gents. We're not just going to talk about it. We're going to get in the driver's seat. We're on our way to freedom. What that means, I don't know. That's why I told you to put pen to paper. It'll come to you. Savannah says, invest in yourself now so you can show up better. Eventbrite has lots of free training. Ooh, that's a good one. Eventbrite has lots of free training, classes, discussions, and or events. Yes. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It has been such a great conversation. Even I'm inspired. And remember, sometimes you got to step back just to step up. Sometimes you got to step back just to step up. So don't ever be afraid of stepping back to rest, because rest is warfare. Oh, I don't want to hold y'all long. Rest is warfare, but I'm so compelled. I'm so empowered to share this with you. I know for a fact that if you put some pen to a paper and if you start maybe 10, 15 minutes a day, putting that phone up and start writing your roadmap to freedom, your life will change. You hear women coming up here today say, it took me 90 days. It took me 6 months. Listen, you could be gone, headed for takeoff at the end of the year if you take yourself serious. If you say, you know what? Let me sit down. Child, let me get some sticky notes. Let me get a note card. Some stuff is about to change. Let me see. So if I want to take off 3 months, what that's going to cost me? What do I need to pay off? What is my rent looking like? 3 months of rent. Let me see what that's. Okay, so that's that. 3 months of car note. Okay. Okay, so I got the electric bill. I got that coming in. What else I got? Okay, so let me pay off whatever it is I got over here, these little small debts, not swipe that credit card again. Now I'm looking at 3 months. I need to pay off my rent. 3 months of car note. I got it. And then I need about this amount of savings. I can do that. And if I need to, I will go work at a grocery store in the floral department where nobody knows my name. Because at this point, I just want to rest. I don't care about the title. I don't care about the desk. I don't care about the corner office. I am resting. I am writing a vision. I am making it plain. I am making it plain. Thank you. She contextualizes. I am going to rest. I need to taste that. I need to feel that. I need to see where that takes me, because this ain't it. And even if I got to go back at the end of the year, surprise, surprise, I'm back. I'm ready to go. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Rest is warfare. Start resting. Start thinking. Start meditating on the good things. When they say meditation, y'all, envisioning everything that you want and you desire and just writing it down, not trying to figure it out, just writing it down, envisioning yourself being blessed on every area in your life. Because otherwise, what are we here for? I know. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, what are we here for? If you're not reaching for the stars, what are you here for? You better reach. And that's why you keep it to yourself. Because there's some dream killers out there that don't know. They've been confined. It ain't that they're hating on you. They just don't know what the other side of that looks like. So you keep it to yourself. You meditate it. It's between you and God. It's between you and the universe, you and whomever. And then once you've put on your mask, then you offer assistance. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. God bless you all. Take care.